Well, everybody, here we are. It's Monday.
Well, you know what? Now it kind of goes fast. Every time we get to Monday, I'm like, okay, not that I need to go to the weekend, but it's like 4 more days till the weekend.
I know. Look, Brad Porter's here already, and he's already prepared because we put the article out about maritime law and the thing. So he's ready. He's locked and loaded. Yes. He's got all the constitutional amendments memorized. He's going to bring them all in. We're all bankrupt. But hold on. The most important thing. Irma, it's very good to see you. Just wanted to let you know, according to our schedule, Matt will be here Wednesday.
Yes.
So I know that's important. I'm just kidding with you, Irma. But yeah, he will be here Wednesday, Lord willing. All right, let's see who we got, Gene. We got Kay Miller. Tracy's here. All right. Lori Ann, very good. Melinda's here. Always good to see Melinda. We got April, Debbie, Daniel's here. Good. Mary Elizabeth. Donna's here. Tracy. I already said Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Phil's here. Good. Brad says, look at Brad. Look, I prepared all weekend. I watched all my Rumble videos. Oh,
this is good. I would like to hear what he has to say. All I'm saying is,
I watched every member of Podcastistan, and
all right. Before we go on with this, I just want to say this. We've been doing a lot of the crypto stuff with that.
Tracy's got a twin. Tracy's got a hologram twin. You know, we figured Gene put out that it was a great video. And it was kind of, I think it was kind of lost Sunday night about the hologram riding in the car with you. And that's actually an experiment that was done. That's where he got it from. With
all right, Dave, if you are debating your hologram twin.
No. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're in the car, and the hologram's riding shotgun. When the cop pulls us over for speeding or whatever it is, we yell out, he's got weed. He's got weed.
He's got weed in the car. He's got weed.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine my hologram twin being interrogated by the police? He's very honest. He's very honest. All right.
Yes, Ginger, because I'm on shaving strike.
All right.
All right. So.
Can I just let me just fill in on
finish your thought on that.
We've been doing this crypto thing, right? I feel great about it. You have to understand that people that are trying to convince you that the banking system is going to collapse, imminent collapse, right? You have to understand that these people, or some of these people, are trying to sell you something. They're trying to sell you
for your U.S. dollars.
Right. Oh, we hate the dollars, but buy this with the dollar. Guys, the more you get involved in this, and I'm telling you, like I've been researching like the investment houses, Morgan Stanley, Franklin Templeton, you understand that these are people with their butts on the line because they are responsible for finding investments for other people that will make their money, and they need it to be successful in order to get more people to say, oh my goodness, my broker made so much money, or whatever. They're looking for these things. They do a lot of research. Anyway, just want to say that.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, like with the Franklin Templeton ETF, the XRPZ, what that basically does is when you buy shares of that fund, you're removing the volatility of the coin, of owning the coin itself. So Gene just put out a video, and we were all talking about it online about how Franklin Templeton released their figures. They've introduced another $426 million into the XRPZ ETF, which is huge.
Right, because these are designed, right, So people make investment, they let this money just sit there, and as it grows or whatever, correct?
Right. So the thing is, it's not like with the coin where it can have a sudden rise and then a sudden drop and so forth. This will increase in value like a fund. Gino, all the big heavy hitters who also support Erica Kirk, Turning Point USA, right, and the Republicans maintaining control of the Senate and the House and so on. They're on the other side.
Right.
So that's the battle lines. Go ahead.
Yes, and if I could add to this, guys, it's a free country. We don't care who you support. You might support Trump. You might support Massey. It doesn't matter. Whoever. Our point is, what we don't want is someone to pretend that they are MAGA when they really, really, really secretly are not.
Right.
So you can do whatever you want, but don't pretend to be MAGA and then at the same time work to undermine Donald Trump.
Right. So then we had after all of this, with the picture of Tucker Carlson and all of them sitting around the table, and then retired Lieutenant General Flynn taking a picture with Thomas Massey, who Trump is already, that guy's been voted out. I don't even know why he still is standing. So after all of that, then you had Patrick Byrne post that he to support retired Lieutenant General Flynn for president in 2028. So what that says to me is that was what the Reawaken tour, regardless of what the people on the tour actually thought, but that was what that whole Reawaken thing was about. It was like a side-running campaign for Flynn.
And we've said it before, guys. Do I have my personal bias? Of course. But guys, you can support whoever you want. What we have, I won't say a problem with, is stop pretending to be one thing and just. I have more. Listen, I have more respect, and this is true, with someone like Thomas Massey that says, "Listen, I'm not with Trump. Whatever he says, I'm not with Trump on my own thing." Fine. Or say like Ron Paul, I'm a libertarian, whatever. But what doesn't need to happen in MAGA is people that pretend to love Trump, pretend to be all MAGA when they're really not. Just say what it is.
Right.
It does. So anyway.
Right. And it's like this, and Gene, it's like this thing with the QFS and the DNAWs and all of that. They link all of those notions. Now it's the United States Treasury notes. They link all of those items to President Trump. Okay?
Right.
So the things that are not real and not going to happen, which are a really devilish twist on what the truth of the matter is, like what we're talking about the funds and XRP and the financial system and all of that. So they're devilish twist when it doesn't happen and people have lost their shirts and their rent money and their mortgage money and their food money, and they're angry as all get out. Those same dirty cheaters are going to say Trump betrayed us all. Right. We were relying on Trump and Trump betrayed us. And then they'll just move on to the next scam.
So you know how this timeline was. We posted a video of Donald Trump, what he thinks of the United States Federal Reserve. Like this was actually him speaking. Right. Once we did that, within 2 hours, Donald Trump posted this picture of Mount Rushmore and all this stuff. I don't even want to go back to it, but it's good. My point with this, Donald Trump is not talking in code. I know this. He is not trying to destroy the fabric of what was built by our founding fathers and everything else through the Great Depression and the banking system. He's here to fix it. He's not secretly trying to undermine it. So people will say to me, "Oh, geez, talking against the quantum financial system." When did he turn anti-Trump? They're trying to frame that if you are talking about real things, Federal Reserve, oh, you're not with Trump. I posted a video of what Donald Trump said about it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's terrible. It's the way, and I got to tell you, fighting, you can't battle these people. You just have to lay out the truth, right, and just keep pushing the truth, because they have 1,000 different angles that they're working this thing on. Every time you think, okay, well, we put out the truth about this, boom, here comes a new angle.
The Treasury note, because to me it's like confusing, because we have the Federal Reserve note, the dollar, and then suddenly now it's a Treasury note, which is there's no laws that are on the books that's trying to change it over, and that's the whole thing about it, guys. The executive orders, which there is none on the Treasury note, but that's limited in power. That's the purpose of our founding fathers with the Supreme Court or the judicial system, and then the legislative branch. It's all working together. It has to work together that way.
Right.
All right.
Right. So anyway, so that's our rant for right now.
All right. While we're at it, let's see. Brad probably like gearing up for this. He probably saw the video. You want me to?
Oh, Brad, let's see. What is it? It's an operation. Irregular warfare is waking Americans up. Okay. All right, Brad. Let's see. What does Mint Julep say here? Hold on. I don't disagree, but also not everyone involved with that tour or in his camp or even knew. But that's right. Well, that's what I was. That's what I was getting at. Like Gene had no idea. Gene did this for a while. And then when he started to catch on, he was like,
even with Doné Clement. But you have to remember, I was friends with Kash Patel on the tour. We still to this day are friends with Kash Patel and his girlfriend because of that. Kash Patel met his girlfriend at Reawaken.
Right. So it's sad to see how that whole. Oh, and then you got then Margie Green is out there saying that new MAGA. So apparently we're new MAGA, right? We're old MAGA, but now we're new MAGA because they want to be known as old MAGA, original MAGA, right? The original George, original MAGA. Now we're new George, new MAGA. I mean, these people are, they're out of their minds. Anyway, so she's out there saying that the new MAGA is disgusting, and they're a bunch of creeps, and they're no good, and all this with deplorables. I think Daniel was commenting on that on X.
Oh, okay. No, Dave, it's like this. I was there from the beginning. Reminder, guys, it was Make America Great Again. We're taking America, what the founding fathers did, and then we're making it better. We're not trying to blow it all up, which is what they want to do. Oh, we don't want anything. All right. Daniel, good. Okay.
All right. You ready to get rolling?
Let's start it. Hold on. All right, everyone. Reminder, we're talking about the dispatch. The lead dispatch story today was on fringe flags. Well, how about that, Dave?
Well, we're talking about the fringe on the flags, the jurisdictions, and the truth behind the Admiralty law conspiracy and all of this. And the reason, look, folks, the reason why we bring this, why we're bringing these things out, one is I promised Brad that we would for Monday, and Brad's a good guy and he's a friend of ours. So, but the other reason is because these conspiracies get people jammed up. You know, they're already in trouble. So they're looking for something to lift them out of this trouble. And they hook onto these schemes. Whatever little money they have left, they send to them, the purveyors of these schemes. And then when they try to utilize the instructions that they receive, they're in further trouble. It's really a despicable con.
Okay, let's play the video. And just so you know, it's about a 5-minute video, but you're going to love it. Absolutely love it. And
goes quick.
Yeah, it goes quick. Here we go.
Imagine walking into an ordinary, landlocked American courtroom. You take your seat, look up at the judge, and someone informs you that you have just legally stepped onto a ship at sea. This is the entry point for a subculture known as sovereign citizens. They operate on the premise that the legitimate United States government was replaced decades ago by a secret corporate substitute. Depending on which corner of the internet you visit, the timing of this takeover varies. Some point to the Civil War, while others cite the national bankruptcy of the 1930s or the removal of the gold standard as the moment the system shifted. The central claim is that since these events, citizens have been treated as commercial vessels by a shadowy corporate entity operating strictly under Maritime or Admiralty law. This is more than a niche conspiracy theory. Thousands of people have organized their lives around the idea that specific legal filings can erase tax debts or pay off mortgages using funds that do not appear on any standard bank statement. This worldview is built on the straw man theory. It suggests that the moment a birth certificate is signed, the government creates a secret corporate version of that citizen. The theory holds that the government then opens a hidden treasury account in the citizen's name, capitalized with millions of dollars based on the value of their future labor. To determine who the government is talking to, theorists look at the typography of official documents. Because names are often printed in all capital letters on a driver's license or a court summons, they argue the state is addressing the corporate strawman, not the flesh and blood person. To fix this, they turn to the Uniform Commercial Code, the set of laws that typically govern business contracts. They believe that by filing specific UCC documents, they can formally detach their physical body from the corporate identity the government created at birth. Once they believe they are untethered, believers often try to settle their real-world debts by writing checks against these non-existent birth certificate accounts to pay for houses, cars, and taxes. When these checks inevitably bounce, the response is rarely to question the theory. Instead, it is seen as proof of a government cover-up, leading to a cycle where believers continue to try and pay real bills with assets that do not exist. Much of the movement's visibility centers on the decorative yellow trim found on American flags in schools and government offices. The sovereign citizen logic follows a specific sequence. Admiralty law governs nautical issues and ships. A gold-fringed flag is a military or admiralty flag. Therefore, if a courtroom displays a fringed flag beside the bench, the court is supposedly an admiralty court, making the room a metaphorical ship. The argument concludes that because the defendant is a person and not a vessel, a judge in this maritime court has no jurisdiction to convict them of land-based offenses, such as driving without a license. This assumes that the physical appearance of a room can override the law. In reality, jurisdiction is established by constitutions and statutes, not by an interior decorator's choice of thread. This split screen shows the law's actual boundaries. Maritime jurisdiction is strictly limited to nautical issues, like ship collisions, not speeding tickets. Furthermore, in McCann v. Greenway, a judge ruled jurisdiction is a matter of law, not dictated by a flag's gold fringe. Other rulings, such as Vela v. McCammon, have officially categorized these arguments as legally frivolous, stating they have no basis in fact or law. The IRS also rejects these claims. Attempting to use maritime law to avoid taxes results in massive financial penalties for filing frivolous returns. You cannot outsmart the legal system by pretending to be a boat. In a criminal trial, refusing to recognize the court's authority based on these theories typically leads to a charge of contempt of court. Behind these absurd legal claims are people facing real crises. Many who adopt these theories are drowning in debt or facing foreclosure, looking for any possible way to save their homes or their livelihoods. This desperation is a business model for con artists and fake legal gurus. They sell expensive toolkits and seminars, promising to teach the secret codes needed to defeat the system. These gurus instruct their followers to engage in paper terrorism, filing streams of incomprehensible documents intended to clog the courts and harass public employees. Ultimately, the maritime law theory is a predatory scam. It leaves victims in deeper debt or facing jail time, while the people who sold them the loophole walk away with their money. In the end, the only way to stay afloat is to keep your feet on the ground.
Okay. Now look. Yeah. The proof is always in the pudding. So there is no situation where this has ever worked out for anybody.
In a courtroom.
Right, in an actual courtroom. Now, if you're pulled over and you annoy the cop enough, he might just walk away. and leave you alone, right? But if you actually get summoned and you're in a court, no one's going to put up with this.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, I on TikTok, I see videos of it all the time where, and they're the videos, a lot of them, they're actually poking fun at, look at this dummy, whatever. We're not poking fun. We're just saying, like, this is not what happens in real life. When you go to court and you say, well, you don't, what's your jurisdiction? They're gonna be like, you're in my courtroom. That's a jurisdiction.
Yeah. See, not okay. So Brad says, where are our lawful common law courts? Everywhere, Brad. They're everywhere. The courts are not Maritime or Admiralty law courts. They're regular courts, and they have jurisdiction, and that's it. It's been that way. We're governed by the Constitution and the laws that Congress has passed, or amendments, of course.
Right.
And that's it.
A person could not like that, really, but this is it. All the stuff, especially when you go look at the videos that I've seen, it never works. There's not one instance where a judge says, "Oh, wow, you're right. I don't have a jurisdiction." In fact, they get really, really upset and they say, "We're going to hold you in contempt with this."
Right. And then what a section of the video talked about paper legal filing warfare, where what they do is they file so many crazy documents with the clerk of court that they're trying to overwhelm the court's ability to process all of this paperwork. And that's another tactic. These are all tactics. The bottom line is, for those, look, there's so many good things happening now in this nation. Unbelievably good things, regardless of what you hear on the crazy news or on X or whatever. We have, the economy is booming. We have more money coming into this economy than ever before. We have the judge. You know what I was looking at today, Gene? All right, and this is a funny thing. You know whose stock is going way up? Sherwin-Williams.
Oh, the paint store.
The people that make the paint. Now, why would you think that their paint all of a sudden is on the rise?
People are building houses or fixing up houses or whatever, right?
The data centers.
Oh, okay.
They've gotten the contracts to supply the paint to the data centers. Now, who do you think is going to be painting? It's going to be painting contractors. Do you not see that when one of these data centers enters a town, the enormity of the money that comes into that town?
Oh, okay.
And then the other thing is they're utilizing, they're going to be like Microsoft and Chevron have a partnership now where for this big data center in Texas, they're going to be using natural gas to fuel the data center. And the way they're going to do it is going to be behind the grid. You're going to hear that term a lot, guys. It's behind, all of the electrical stuff and everything is going to be behind the grid. So the data center will be powered. It will not be a strain on the existing power supply for the town or the city.
Right.
But what it is going to do is, at any time that the power company or the local governments say so, this other power supply will lend or give extra power to the town and city to drive down power.
They're driving it down. Okay, Dave, this is a perfect segue now because we are talking about in this dispatch the AI kill switch bill. Now, what is going on here, Dave Blaze? Is this here to drive fear of this, that like somehow AI is going to take over the thing and you got to stop it? Like, what's going on with that?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got distracted by another one of Brad's comments because
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. First of all, the sovereign citizens will say there's no such thing as a sovereign citizen, because how can you be sovereign and then be a citizen? Well, if you're not a citizen of the United States of America, then go. Why are you here? Why are you here taking the benefits of this country as if you were a citizen, but you're claiming to not be a citizen? All right, so that's just one take on it. All right, so Brad Porter says the judge is employed by the state, the attorney is employed by the state, the sheriff is employed by the state. They are all paid through the port of authority.
I don't think that's true, is it?
That statement, Brad, you sure you want to stick with that? I'm just asking you.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think that in at least where I live, I don't live near a port.
Port of authority.
I'm in inland.
All I'm saying is, let's get back to real stuff.
Okay. All right, let's do this, Dave. There is this whole thing with these AI kill switches.
Right.
I mean, okay, I'm going to say it. There was someone online, I don't even want to say his name. He's like, one day AI is going to destroy you. AI is going to, like, everyone is like, it's like a prison planet type thing. But anyway, what's with this AI kill switch stuff? Like, what's going on?
Very simple. So, Anthropic is very clever because they're coming out and they're saying, oh, our Claude large language model, oh, it got out there and it did all this mischief and it was sharing this, sharing that, and we had to
it's out of control.
Right, it's out of control. And then OpenAI was doing the same thing with ChatGPT. Oh, it's out of control. And of course, you know what that means for coders and for people that truly use these artificial intelligence on a much higher level than, just somebody monkeying around on their PC. That sounds very cool to them, right? This sounds great. Oh, that sounds very powerful. That's great. And it's not. So the bottom line is Congress wants to put and have on all of them a kill switch. So in other words, if the AI is doing something that would jeopardize national security,
right?
Then a kill switch the kill switch would just shut down the artificial intelligence.
All right, that's good. All right, here we go. Let's do this commercial here for Ageless Tech.
Everyone is talking about AI. Nobody is explaining it to you. Ageless Tech changes that. Plain English, no jargon. What AI really is, how to use it at work, at home, and in your business, and how to stay private and safe. 7 chapters, 1 evening, and you are not on the outside anymore. Ageless Tech, only at georgemagazine.com.
I don't know. She has that little giggle at the end. Did you catch that?
No. I love her. I'm falling in love with all my AI voices.
This Valley girl has this little. She's like, get it at georgemagazine.com. I'm like, what the hell is that?
We'll make her into a hologram. We can argue with her. All right.
Dave,
now this one's a good article here, right here, the Solana one. We just did a video today about, not Ethereum though. We did one on XRP. We haven't done an Ethereum one yet. But
hold on a second. Let me address this one thing here, Gene. Hold on. Okay, Teresa, this is not a bad idea, but let's just talk about this for a second. The AI in the data center is for the beast during the tribulation. All right, now let's think about this for a minute. Now there will be, I personally believe that there'll be a period of time between the calling home of the body of Christ and then you're going to have the rise of the Antichrist, but it's going to be over a period of time. So that can all develop. But during the Great Tribulation, you have the seal judgments, you have the trumpet judgments, you have the vial judgments. This whole earth is turned upside down and sideways. There's going to be no AI. The idea of even electricity, that's why all the things in the Bible at the end are fought on horseback. right? So there's not going to be all of this technology. That's gone. So
right.
don't even worry about about that.
Great comment. Great comment.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right, Dave. Let me play the my Solana video. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Shows basically how the framework of our financial
Well,
system.
hold on one second, Gene. I'm sorry. Daniel says, I believe it's irresponsible to inadvertently build out Skynet. I know Sarah Connor would be upset. Yeah. But unfortunately, Daniel, your name is number 3 on the list that Skynet comes after.
Whatever your name is,
immediately
get ready for the big surprise. Whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
All right. Let's do the Solana video.
And what does this mean? 45 to 47 is quite the wake-up call. So Trump is Gene brought this out. So Trump is the only genius in the history of the presidents, of all of our presidents, that had the idea, hey, you know what? I'm going to sign this executive order so I can remain in power.
Brad, the only reason why I bring this up, and this is a mute point here, Donald Trump has put that dash there, basically saying, hey, I should have been all this time because of that.
Right.
However, I want to just say this, how this talk could be dangerous even after. If during the time that Biden was president of the United States and he had to call a draft or have to send people into war, do you realize how dangerous that is? Where someone from the military could say, we ain't going. You ain't the commander-in-chief. You ain't the commander-in-chief. I ain't going.
Right.
You see how that would ruin the fabric of America? Now, Donald Trump, even when he wasn't president, you realize that he's used the phrase purposely about Biden, the commander-in-chief. He actually said that phrase because that would be treasonous. Now, it's one thing to say, hey, man, I won the race, but they cheated me, all this. That's one thing. But to actually say that I'm commander-in-chief, he never said that. In fact, he said Biden was, because that would be treasonous. That would be treasonous on Donald Trump's side to say,
and
listen.
The Democrats who were in charge while Biden was in office would have jumped on that worse than Letitia James in New York.
It would be opposite. Right now, if Biden said, no, I wrote I had that same executive order and whatever, I am commander-in-chief. Do you realize how quickly Trump would put him in prison if he said that? Because he can't have that. The commander-in-chief is sending people out to war. That would be dangerous. Even after would be dangerous. These people that say, oh, well, secretly Trump is still president. That's what's going to happen. All right. Yeah, no, Richie,
that's what explained.
That's what I was explaining.
Right.
It's explaining someone saying, you know what? Screw you guys. Just so you know, I really won it. I really won that. But I get it, whatever. I get it. He's saying like, hey, this should have been mine. But I'm telling you, look, I'll pull up the video of him calling, because Dave and I talked about it, him calling Biden the commander-in-chief. He had to say that. So no one could accuse him later on of saying that he was.
Right.
All right.
And this is why also, not for anything, but this is why also Trump had to make the declaration that he respects Biden's pardons, is because he knows that once he's out of office, that if the Democrats gain power again, they are going to slaughter. They're going to go on a rampage to throw everybody in the Trump administration in jail for something.
Right. Guys, everything is this. We are a place of laws. All this stuff, even with, and it went from way back when, talking about blowing up the boat, was that they were trying to hang a war crime on Trump on the second missile.
Right.
Right. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. I'm really worked up about it.
Well, hold on. Get worked up about this one. Trump is just the face. He gave the power back to us. Okay. Can you then, Brad, please go take Cog Island and let's get the Iranian oil and get this show on the road. All right, will you do that?
No, Brad. Donald Trump. Okay, Donald Trump gave the power back to us. When we say this, is we have the power to vote people out or vote people in. That is why,
right?
When if during the midterms, the Republicans are thrown out, there is no executive order that's gonna stop it. Let's be crazy. 100% of all the Republicans are thrown out of office. 100% of all the Republicans in the Senate and the House are thrown out. You realize that nothing will stop Donald Trump, save him. They will impeach him and he'll be out of office. And they might even, at that point, they could even probably do war crimes or whatever they're doing. It goes by, the power goes by us to be able to vote people in and out of office.
Right. Okay. Right. That's the people's power. That's the people's power. And it's on a vote. Like, look, that's why the Democrats, that's why the crazy socialists, the Democrats, the Socialist Party, they're so full of nonsense. That's why they want to now get rid of the Senate, because they're saying the Senate is unfair and it's based on the House of Lords in England and so on. And that's true in a sense, because what they would want is a populist Congress. That's what the House of Representatives is. It's based on the population of each state. But then you have other states that don't have a big population. And that's where the Senate comes into play, because each state has 2 senators, right, regardless of the population. So that's the balance.
Right.
Now, if the Senate's out of there and it's just one big house, then the nation is ruled by New York and California.
Right. No, guys, I'm telling you, the deeper you go into history and the founding fathers, you're like, wow, good thinking. I didn't think about that. You know, right. It really works out very well. Okay. What do you want to do, Dave? Well, we got time for everything.
Go with the next one.
All right, here's the video on Solana. Here we go. Okay, Solana, shocker. If you're into cryptocurrency, big news, because Morgan Stanley put Solana in their trust. So there's actually a Solana trust and also an Ethereum one. They already had a Bitcoin one, but here's the thing when it comes to this. This is a signal to the industry that these crypto coins are going mainstream. Big house here. We're talking about Morgan Stanley. But here's the thing, when it comes to all this, you gotta be careful, because there are gonna be coins that are legit and other coins, because of the SEC or the Clarity Act, not gonna make the grade. That is why we've been telling you, go to georgemagazine.com, get the complete crypto playbook, because we do updates. Just sign up for the updates for that and check it all out. And a reminder once again, George Magazine does not have a crypto coin sponsor, wallet sponsor, or anything like that. We are giving you information about what's going on in the crypto industry.
Yeah, that's true. Now, we have in the works something coming after this, where we've got the information. We're giving you the information on crypto with the updates and so on, and Ageless Tech for artificial intelligence with the updates and so on. So we thought this weekend, we should give them something where they can utilize those 2 things, to make money.
Yeah.
So what we want to do next is teach you how to monetize your crypto and the artificial intelligence, so you guys can make some money for yourselves and so on.
Right. So I feel great about it. We give out information. That's what we're doing. We're not, it's as simple as that. Okay. Okay, Dave, this is interesting. This is a shocker. You want to talk about a shocker, Dave? Trump thanks press for very fair coverage of his second term. Now, I know this very well because early on when I was with that campaign, even before it was a campaign, I heard Donald Trump say several times, more than once, I want fair journalism. He said that many times. He just doesn't want unfair. He's a big boy. If he needs to be called out on something, that's fine, but he wants it fair. I just think it's interesting that which is I think is a nod, because I mean for the longest time we're like fake news, but a lot of the stuff we get is from mainstream, the articles that we post. All right, any thoughts on that, Dave?
On what? The fair? I'm reading these comments. These comments have me mesmerized. I'm mesmerized. Let's see. What are you not in cause? Hold on a second. Trish Quinta says, you're not in court until you pass the bar heading to the witness chair. Robert Kraft really is working on this topic and setting up the new courts law of the land. Okay. We'll see what happens with that.
I would like to read it. Okay. All
right.
I know you're having fun with the comments. It's great. All right. Check out this video, Dave. Check out this video. This is Donald Trump actually saying that, what we just talked about.
So I just want to thank everybody around this table. You've been very special. I want to thank a lot of the media people because many of you have been very, very fair. That's one of the reasons you're here, frankly. But you've been very fair. You've covered me this time much more fairly, I think, than the first term. The first term was a great success. We had the greatest economy in history in the first term, and this term is going to blow it away. I think this term is going to actually blow it away.
Now, listen, wasn't that, he must have said that immediately before Peter Doocy asked him a question, and Trump goes, that is the stupidest question. Why would you ask something like that?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. That you're talking about at the other event. This was at Camp David. This was at the other one's at the White House. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I will say though that it's that brought a lot of stuff to light when he asked that question. We even talked about it that hey, Russia is indeed, or he's saying that, or I should say, that it would have to do with the coordinates given it to Iran where our bases are. So
why would anybody have gotten the notion that when Putin and Trump had that press conference back in, what was it, 2017?
With the soccer ball?
Yeah, with the soccer ball. Why would anybody have gotten the notion that Putin handed Trump a soccer ball with a flash drive in the soccer ball when he could have, during their meeting, just slipped them the flash drive? Oh, no, Mr. President. I have to put the flash drive in the soccer ball. Hold on a second. Let me put it up. Igor, come here. Blow up the soccer ball. I just put the flash drive. Blow this up. What do you mean you've got a cold? I got the air pump. Do you think this is what goes on?
Can you imagine Trump, right, on Air Force One? What the hell you want me to do with this ball? Does anyone have a knife? Mr. President, we're not allowed to have knives.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. I'm not touching that thing. That guy had his mouth, Trump is a germaphobe. So he'd be like, I'm not touching that thing. He had his mouth all over it, blowing it up. I don't know what this guy has. That's what he would be saying.
This is the true story. Donald Trump was like he was signing autographs. He gave him some guy gave him a pen, but he was doing one of these things where I was like, and he handed it to Trump, and Trump says, he actually said, he goes, dude, you had that in your mouth. He was like, whoa. He's just like, dude, you had that in your mouth.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, really quick.
They're telling us that the feed is frozen.
Oh, is it?
Must be on Facebook.
Oh, did we say anything bad?
No, they didn't freeze it for that.
Oh, no. Oh. Is it frozen? Could you check?
Oh, let me see.
I got a cold.
Facebook.
No, let me play this while we're at it.
Crypto doesn't have to feel confusing. Introducing the complete crypto playbook from George. Wallets, security, DeFi, stablecoins, and XRP, all in plain English. Built for beginners, a downloadable guide, plus ongoing market updates twice a month. Go from curious to confident. The Crypto Playbook. Get your copy at georgemagazine.com.
Okay, so they missed the whole thing about the soccer ball.
Oh my goodness, it was the best thing.
So let me just, this is for the Facebook crowd. So in 2017, Putin hands Trump soccer ball, and the online gang thought that Putin was secretly handing him a soccer ball that had a flash drive in there of all the crimes of the cabal or whatever was going on. Okay, so my contention is, why wouldn't he have just, like when they were in a meeting or walking along, slipped them the flash drive? Why would he stick it into the soccer ball?
Or just announce it. Just announce it and say, listen, I'm helping your country. Here you go. Oh, we must have dropped off, Dave. We dropped off.
It's freezing and unfreezing over again. Froze again.
Okay.
On YouTube, it's fine.
Oh, okay. I just got the issue.
Is it you?
No, it just says that it's the issue could be on Facebook's end.
Yeah, it's possible the stream was ended or deleted on Facebook. Try to keep it playing. Okay.
I don't think we talked about anything that they would anything. But
well, we were making fun of Putin and the soccer ball.
All right, there you go.
That's really about it.
All right, let's. You know what, Dave? How about we finish up with the devotion?
The devotion. Yeah.
Okay. Here you go, guys. Thank you, and for everyone that stuck around and is watching. Here we go. Now, you would think that if you defend widows, if you speak about biblical truths, if you praise the God of heaven and earth, you would think that your reputation with the world would actually grow. But actually, the opposite is true. In fact, the more you talk about things that please God, the world hates you. Now, it's okay, though, because it's a reminder of us of what we need to do. And truthfully, it's hard because naturally, people that love God want other people to love them and their reputation. But the important thing is, what do you care about? Your reputation with others, non-believers, or your reputation with God? The scripture today is wonderful. It's from Galatians 1:10, and it reads, "For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Christ." So that is one of the things we need to remember, that even though it's almost natural to crave a great reputation in the world, reminder that when you give out biblical truths, when you talk truths, and you talk about the Lord Jesus, the world will hate you. And remember, quite frankly, that's a good thing, because what did Jesus say about it? We could conclude this message today with Matthew chapter 5, verse 11. "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." So what a great reminder on this day. We want to speak about the truth, biblical truth in particular, and not only that, continue to praise our Lord Jesus.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
right.
Let me just check Facebook. Let me see if it's
No, Facebook. I think it says it's down, which is whatever. But I know we didn't. Like sometimes you think, okay, did they take us down because we played a video or whatever?
No.
I got it.
Oh yeah, it's not there.
It's all good. It's all good.
Wow, that's messed up. All right. Well, look, whatever we were saying today, we'll bring back parts of it tomorrow.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Thank you for everyone that stuck around.
Hold on. Let's just address this. All right. It is the direct energy weapons, because somebody's asking why all the fires. You mean like in Spokane, Washington, and parts of Oregon and so on. There's been fires. There's been forest fires forever. It's not I know it's fun to think that there's space lasers coming down from outer space or whatever, but look, during the Great Depression, and many people don't know this, so our Facebook gang isn't going to hear that. Well, we'll bring it up tomorrow. During the Great Depression, because of the expansion of the United States in the late 1800s, and all of the trees that were chopped down and so on, that led to, in the 1930s, during the Depression, the Great Dust Bowl of the West, of the plains. I mean, it was arid, it was dry, it was nothing but dust. They used to have, people were dying of pneumonia and breathing in all this dust and so on. They used to have black clouds that would block out the sun. And this was going on like in the 1930s. So what the Army Corps of Engineers and the United States government did is, from Canada all the way down into Texas, they built a belt of trees, and they planted 120 million trees, almost like it's west of the Mississippi, but it almost follows the same line as the Mississippi River. And that has prevented this and brought a lot more rain and everything else to that region. But my point is, there's always been fires there. This is nothing new. This is amplified, of course, because now, people have built expensive homes around there, and there's neighborhoods and so on. But there's always been fires. All right, that's it.
Okay, guys.
Don't go by me. Look it up.
Yeah, no, guys, thank you so much. And once again, for our Facebook followers that joined us on YouTube, thank you so much again. All right. Lord willing, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep. Same time. Be here, because we'll carry some of this stuff over.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.